So what is your idea of spirituality, and what is the spirit?
Well, I think it's the basis of our existence because we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And sadly, I think many people aren't aware of that. So they get so caught up in the human experience without realizing that's really not who we are. It's just a part of our experience. We really need to flip things on our head and remember that we are spiritual beings, and there is so much more to us than the human mind realizes. There is no beginning or end. We are connected to everything. We are life experiencing itself. We know that we are love, but we are here to experience love. We know that we are spirit, but we are here to have the human experience. And what's really beautiful for me is, I know there is no separation. I know you understand that. Yeah. But every thought, every feeling, every action that we have contributes to the whole. Energy is not created or destroyed. It's just transformed. And every moment we get to contribute. As spiritual beings, if we remember that, it changes everything about how we proceed with life. It changes everything about every interaction we have. It's incredible.
Yeah, it is incredible. Do you believe in the ultimate purpose, that there is a ultimate purpose to the human experience? And another question is, have we chosen to be here and go through all the challenges that we have faced?
Yes and yes. Okay, yes, I do believe that we have chosen to be here, and there's a little analogy that I use in my trainings where we decide as a spirit to have another life experience. I do believe in the soul contracts, that we have come here with a series of things that we are to experience. And where free will and choice comes in is how we perceive those once we are here in human form, having the human experience, how we perceive them, how much power we lose to them, how long we stay stuck in those situations, if whether or not we choose to learn from those situations, how we move from one situation to the next. I believe that aspect is the humanness of us, the free will and choice aspect. Right. But absolutely, our soul, our spirit chose to be here and have certain life experiences. And we chose our families too. A lot of people don't like hearing that.
What is intuition, and how do we learn to cultivate that in a sense that we are able to discern between the logical thinking or the mind's activities and intuition? How do we do that?
Okay, so first and foremost, everybody is intuitive. The problem is, again, that people have forgotten that we have been trained and programmed over millennia to think, use your head, use your head. True. We've been groomed for that. Whereas we've forgotten to come back into our heart center, into our divine center, and listen to the whispers of our heart. And I'm always saying to my students, there isn't anyone on the planet that is any better than anybody else. There are people that are more practiced at what they do. That's it. So it's about the practice and mastering the art of head and heart alignment, dropping into your heart center. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to place a hand or a couple of fingers on your heart center and ask the questions. And to start with, if you're just working on building your intuition and building that remembering, what you would do is you would ask yes, no type questions, like, is this right for me, as an example. And what happens is by placing your fingers on your heart center, you're dropping your awareness out of your mind and into the heart center and making the whispers of your heart louder and clearer than the BS in your head. The noise in our head, the ego that tries to take over and says, no, you're not good enough, you can't do that, don't be silly. It's that go into the heart center that says, you have the power within you, you can do this, go for it.
I love that. And that is the alignment, right, Joanne? It's not really giving up the logical thinking, but kind of merging them, creating balance, isn't it?
Absolutely. Well, you've got to, it's about mastering the art of following your divine guidance, following the whispers of your heart, but taking your head with you.
Yeah, right. That's a beautiful way of saying it, very direct. What is healing, and what are some of the misconceptions we have about healing?
A change in perception has the capacity to change us neurochemically, because when we change our mind, when we free ourselves of the emotional issues that we have been storing for a very long time, when we free ourselves of subconscious programs that are limiting, self-defeating, sabotaging, when we free ourselves of all those, we literally change ourselves neurochemically, biochemically. We change what we radiate, therefore we change what we attract. So we're changing ourselves physically as well as our very world by simply working on our programs and emotional issues. So that's the basis, I believe, for healing. And then obviously we have the physical effects and the effects in our world by making those changes. We're unconscious, like we're literally running on subconscious programs 95% of the day. And, if you're awake for 16 hours, it's about 48 minutes that you are conscious. And the rest of the time you're running on programs. And when I explain that to my students, it's like, you might spend 10 minutes working on affirmations. You might think you're doing all the right things, but we are still unconscious for such a big chunk of the day. And we really need to work on becoming more conscious and also understanding what are our subconscious programs, what are the things that we are fobbing off as just our personality. And we're saying, well, it's just who I am. It's not who I am, it's my program. And the more we understand that and take that deep dive, the more we realise that we've been running on a set of limiting programs that are stopping us from living the greatest version of ourselves. All of us, it doesn't matter where we are, it doesn't matter how enlightened we think we are born to be more than where we are currently at.